Garten of Banban VIII Anti-Devil has a ton of hidden secrets, and I'm going to be showing you all today. So let's get started with a brand new game. So this guy who's in the line will actually go all the way to this corner, and I showed this video, but I didn't realize that was this guy. He'll go into the corner and he'll talk to you.
No, tak jak myślałem. Śledzisz mnie. Spadaj na szaf.
Our second secret is that this guy has a secret line of dialogue if you mine all the rocks. So I mined every rock except this one because Flint's mining that one. And then we talked to this guy.
T'es sûr que t'es humain? On m'a dit
Yes.
que vous étiez faible.
We made you. We're strong.
Et reviens ici demain à la même heure, hein? Et après-demain, et le jour suivant, et tous les jours.
It doesn't even say the line about double
Rends ce
Don't do
papier et
double.
retourne te coucher.
next time. Because they don't have double. So the first note, and I'll be reading all of them, is right here. Case 29, Update 34, The Anteater. Case 4, 9, 14, and 17 have chosen, and Case 18 has been sealed within the pouch. Its escape will be made impossible because of evading entrapments. Regular visits to the lower levels will ensure Cases 4, 9, 14, and 17 never attempt to betray our somewhat forced to deal with them. This is the third encounter with the ticket group cases in which Case 29 is not seen a company group. All evidence points to the possibility that it's either left this clan of rebels or it's met its end somewhere down there. After all, the environment in the lower levels is incredibly dangerous and hostile. Cases 4, 9, 14, and 17 have all refused to inform staff about Case 29's whereabouts, claiming none of them know. Should management request it, we can conduct specialized search parties to find the location of Case 29. Case is permanently not ready for presentation. So that's the anteater. So Brashista is kind of living in the abyss. And she's probably been hiding there for a while. It's less of a secret, but more of a scare that goes unnoticed. If you turn over here, there is a lobster tail right there that will disappear. I have not seen anyone pay attention to that. Page file number 1. Cases 10B to 10G. This
module is for cases 10B to 10G. It appears that these were subcases created solely for the purpose of allowing Case 10 to develop motherly traits and Case 21 to develop fatherly traits. They appear to be miniature versions of both Case 10 and Case 21, even having an almost identical DNA. The module mainly details the molding of their bodies and application of DNA. You're probably very familiar with this process, Uthman.
Module 2 for 12A to 12G.
This module is for cases 12A to 12G. They appear to have been a group of very similarly structured cases meant to mimic the behavior of human children. Wow, there's a lot of entries on here detailing their troubled behavior and hard time understanding human commands. It states here that only one of the 8 subcases actually managed to reach satisfactory levels of the desired behavior, but doesn't specify which one. Testing on the remaining subcases continues to this day.
That being 12G. Captain Fiddles, this little guy down here, was the only successful of the 12 subcases to make its way to finalization. Note number 2. Case 6C Juvenile, the Anti-Devil. Resources dedicated to finding 6C have permanently ceased as per management's request. Focus will now shift to once again Case 6 and attempting to fix his own difficulty since all documents containing the details of the creation of 6C are believed to have been destroyed in the accident where Case 56 escaped its containment cell. I believe that was done by Syringin to help keep Case 6 alive and therefore his own personal project. The endoscopy conducted on Case 56 after recontainment showed no signs of Case 6C's presence, so we can safely eliminate the possibility that it was devoured. One possibility is that Case 6C was crushed under the rubble from the tunnels formed by Case 56's slithering. Regardless, Case 56 has demonstrated exceptional skill digging, which we are sure to use for space expansion purposes. Case is not ready for presentation. Module 3. Case 6C.
This module is for Case 6C. Most of the entries on it are missing or corrupted, but allow me to inform you of what data remains readable. At an unspecified point in time, the clay body of 6C was brought to this clinic to receive its first application of DNA. Its DNA appears to have been a more perfected version of the DNA of a previous failed case, the original Case 6. There's also mention of a theoretical Case 6D.
That's the only explanation for the hellish form at the end of the game,
in that it was hypothetically possible to manifest, but was never actually
I have so many problems with it.
The entries into this module end very abruptly, and not because they are missing or have been corrupted. It's very strange.
Most likely Syringen's handiwork. Case 4B.
This module is for Cases 4B. It appears that Cases 4B make up the majority of non-human patients that are treated at this clinic. Their injuries include everything and anything imaginable.
Because they're idiots.
Only Case 4 was permitted to operate on them, since no other staff members understood their anatomy quite like Case 4. Which makes sense, given that Case 4 is the one that creates instances of Cases 4B. Looks like you found all the modules that haven't been transported out of the clinic. Your love for knowledge is truly admirable, Uthman.
Third note. Case 43, Update 8, the Mushroom. Efforts continue to try and minimize Case 43's luminescent features, which as stated previously can easily blind a human, child, or otherwise if exposure is prolonged. This was not foreseen during Case 43's juvenile stage. As a reminder, Case 43's mycological genome, unlike some mushroom species, does not actively exhibit luminescent features, and Case 43's ability to glow is made possible thanks to Case 5 Type 5, the light component that is installed inside its body. This allows the emission of light through its mouth. Due to the complexity of Case 43's body system, directly modifying its Case 5 Type 5s can easily prove fatal, not to mention the risk of the operators losing their eyesight if Case 43 decides to grow in operation. Case 43 is especially tricky to work with. We are requesting we allow more time to solve this predicament with Case 43, but of course we will proceed as management sees fit. Case is not ready for presentation. Note 3, this one I missed. Case 43, Update 17. Case 43 has started to demonstrate a troubling phenomenon, believed to be inhibited by its mycological genome spore dispersal. Case 43 has demonstrated the ability to dispense large amounts of spores from its mouth at will, although we have strong reason to believe that this is a purely defensive mechanism given that Case 43's spore dispersal has only been deployed when it is in distress. Samples of spores have been collected and planned for further research. The name Case 43B has been officially registered to refer to Case 43 spore, as well as any resulting vegetation that is produced by said spores. Case 43 has been observed to have the ability to both glow and dispense spores at the same time. Observations will continue. Case is not ready for presentation. Note number 5. Case 43B, Update 7. The collected samples of Case 43B are starting to demonstrate their first sign of expected physical phenomena. As predicted, they are molding themselves, becoming mushroom-shaped, with a color pattern inherently directly from Case 43. The more mature instances of Case 43B have demonstrated a slight glow at times. We predict that Case 43B will also have the ability to grow brightly, just like Case 43 as a result of this. Although we have our fingers crossed that this glow will never become as intense as the glow of Case 43. The one concern currently at hand is the growth rate of all collected instances of Case 43B is not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Case 43 itself has physically grown a lot since its juvenile state, but at this rate all instances of Case 43B can far exceed Case 43B's current size. We will keep management updated. And here we got an Easter egg. With the remote, you can shock this. You can do the get the drone to fly! I really want the drone back. Please. Next secret. You can actually pick different
My hats used to amaze all of the ladies.
different colors, patterns. You don't
I
have to
feel
do
20
like the
years
same
younger.
color for all of them.
Finally, I think I'm ready.
And there's different things depending on if you
Thank
get two
I'll
mismatched
gladly
or
give you
all
my
three.
vote if you give me the paper.
I did all three because I think this is funnier.
I've come to confess my love.
The monster! It's back!
Maybe she couldn't handle my aura.
Note number 6. Here's what I missed. Case 43B, Update 19, the spores. The collected samples of Case 43B is now fully grown, and this is worse than we feared at this mature rate. Case 43B is similar to Case 43, demonstrated the ability to dispense spore, although they appear to do it instinctively as a natural, a gregarious byproduct would, and not as a defense mechanism like in the case of Case 43. The instinctive spore dispersal is quite damaging, as it happens quite regularly. An enclosed space where mature Case 43B are housed quickly going inhospitable and asphyxiating. Going forward, we may enjoy for all staff members handling research Case 43B to wear air filter masks until we receive further instructions on how to proceed with all cases of 43B as well as Case 43 itself. Both we contain the most airtight and available space will help decrease the rate of spore dispersal. I think that means that we're gonna have to get a gas mask in the next game. Note number 7. Case 20, Update 23, the Scepter. The most recent trip to the lower levels have confirmed our suspicions. Cases 4, 9, 14, 17, 18, and 29 are somehow using Case 20 of Type 5, also known as the Scepter, to hijack the components of Jivanium-based bodies, take control of them, and command them to do their bidding. Hijacked Jivanium-based bodies exhibit a severe deficiency in melanin in their body, a set of purple glowing eyes, increased aggressiveness, and complete obedience, Cases 14 and 18. So far, it appears only Cases 14 and 18 are capable of using Cases 20's abilities, but it's highly likely that there are significant efforts being made to grant the same powers to Cases 4, 9, 17, and 29. The intent of the use of such technology remains unknown to us, as none of the cases involved have agreed to clarify. We make management's decision on how to proceed. Note number 8. Attempts to retrieve Case 20 of Type 5 remains futile. All cases involved simply refuse to give it up despite being informed that will only be studied and properly returned. As per management's request, every time the situation starts to escalate, our staff retreats in avoidance of doubt. With that said, we've managed to confirm the location with the schematics of Case 20s we're working, which appear to be less heavily protected. The team will be dispatched to recover said schematics without the knowledge of Cases 4, 9, 14, 17, 18, or 29. It appears that Cases 14 and 18 may be the only ones capable of testing mechanics of Case 20 of Type 5. Note 9. Case 20, Update 27. The operation was a success and the schematics of Case 20 of Type 5 has been salvaged. They revealed a wealth of knowledge on the seemingly magical properties of Case 20. It appears that when Case 20 is simultaneously in contact with Cases 14 or 18 and another Jivanium-based body, Case 20 acts as a vessel to deliver Juvenetic waves to the Jivanium-based body, which hijacks and alters already present components of Type 5 that are responsible for cognitive and sensory functions. It appears to print a genetic code over said components. When a Jivanium-based body is under the effects of Case 20, set of cases that we have labeled Case 20B, which the schematics refer to as a notified state, it just cannot disobey commands from any owner of the genetic code printed over the commands. We await management's response on how to succeed. For reasons made obvious, this is dangerous. Yeah, it is dangerous. Note 10, I missed a one. Case 20, Case Type 5, Update 40, alias the Scepter. Earlier this week, we have managed to successfully recreate the process of turning cases into Case 20B by applying technology and methods of printing genetic codes on Type 5 components that are detailed in the schematics of Case 20 Type 5. Thinking we had finally achieved ultimate obedience to cases we celebrate too soon, cases that classify as Case 20B are indeed very much imperfect and should not be created on a large scale. It would be a huge waste of resources. While cases of 20B do exhibit utopians to the owners of the genetic code printed onto their components, they also exhibit severe signs of physical vulnerability. Overriding their Type 5 components causes their clay shell to become much more frail and vulnerable to penetration. While in this weakened state, many cases remain extremely dangerous to humans. They stand no real chance in a purely physical fight against a Jivanium-based body of equal strength. We await instructions on how to proceed. This is why Bittergiggle, who survives a wound in 4, dies to that same wound in 8. It was also placed on the whiteboard in Surgeon's office. Note 11. Everything is set in place. I've arranged with the surgeon to do what we asked, and in return I'll advocate for him to keep his operations in cases 4B going, as well as to report that there is no malicious intent behind them. We transported all the needed equipment and tools to a place humans no longer visit. I think we'll be fine there. You, myself, and the surgeon will start the procedures in the coming weeks. We'll have to find the time to get down there when no one's expecting any of us 3 to be somewhere else. It's difficult, but not impossible. The surgeon assured me that as long as he's with us, nothing lurking down there will attack us. But I'm going to bring weapons for defense anyways, just to be sure we can do this. This is a part of the series of notes between Dr. Adam Uthman and Ms. Wesley Mason, the genome donors for Banban and Banban. They are trying to make an artificial kid. They created Sophie, who I have my own little theory about. Final secret, and the most well-known, the Nanny's here. In this box, watching us. Watching all of this. It is time for the secret room and the final note. And I have a lot to say here. So to get it, you have to go over here to this corner and pick up this yellow key card. I am ashamed I missed this in my first playthrough. This is literally the most obvious secret room the entire series has seen. So we're going to go through here. Ignore the ominous voice of our child. And head in here. To this guy. You know, with the trademark leaks, I thought this guy was fake. I thought it was like a fake character or something, I don't know. Case 20, Update 41. This is a request of management. You need to reconsider their decision to turn active cases into Case 20B, especially with what has been detailed in the previous report. Well, hypothetically, the effects of Case 20 can be referred to by the genetic code that's been printed, or via the damaging of any and all type of components that have been hijacked. Long-term effects of killing Case 20B remain unknown. By turning our active cases to cases of 20B, we run the risks of unprecedented side effects. And we have enough of those as it is, because we simply do not know what will happen. We wait instructions on how to proceed regarding the matter, as well as instructions on how to proceed with Case 20 of Type 5. Which remains in possession of the cases listed in the past. Now we have a lot more insight into its working, as well as its magnetic properties, which may cause it to seem as it levitates. There's a lot of focus on the scepter, and if we look here, we have a lot. Transfer printing of genetic code using genetic graves. Case 31, Type 6, Case 20B in the making, direct contact. Over here is interesting. Case 104, Type 5, information chips. User with Case 104 applied, user with Case 104 not applied, Case 104B injected. Direct visibility, close proximity, name, status, case number. Rejected Case 104 data secretly and silently reveals only to Case 104 applicant. Is this the 0 thing? No way. That's really cool. And then we have this. All will be uncovered. So what do I think all this means? Well, there's a lot of focus on the scepter still. So this means probably one or two things. Either the scepter will return, and its power will be restored or some way, and someone's going to use it. Or B, someone is going to use what they use to recreate the effects. And I think Syringin, because he is known to have used the scepter, wants the ability to use that, so that he can control Banban. Maybe the hellish Banban of sorts. My prediction is that he wanted to control this Banban, maybe make his own army, or just have control over his ultimate creation. Of course, that will have to be seen, but I think a lot of this provides healthy info, because there's a lot of mention of the scepter in the notes and in the secret room, like it is a heftily mentioned piece. And this is after the scepter's supposed destruction, so we're just gonna have to wait to see what lies ahead. So with that, I'm gonna end the game, and I'll see you guys next time. So please, like and subscribe, and keep on banning.
Oh,